Hi everybody. I am driving home from downtown. I actually took off all my vlogs because the coronavirus hit and I started seeing all these different things that were happening and I was like, oh hell no. I just went underground. Like boom. And I don't want to talk about what I've learned about what's going on. This is a vlog about my books that are coming out. And this is like, okay, why am I writing these books? Talking about the creative process of being an author. And then just kind of thinking about why I want to do so many different books. First of all, I've been a writer my entire life and I've done a lot of poetry and lyrics and songs and all that stuff. So for me, like expressing myself with words was really cool, you know? It was like something that you did as an artist. And there's a lot of people that I know that they get writer's block. I've never had writer's block before because I learned at an early age how to like bypass your insecurities. And one of the things I learned in art school is people are not paying attention to you as much as you think they are. And that's it. That was really interesting, and it was an eye-opener, right? Because you're like, people are like, oh my god, I don't want to write my book because what will people say? And like, I just say they don't care. They're not thinking about you, and they're probably not going to read your book. So just write your book. So that's one of the things that I had to like realize and wrap my head around, and it's true. And so it's like we're writing anyways. We're writing text, we're writing on Facebook, we're writing emails all day long. Why don't you just put all that stuff in a book? And what I found is if you can write a paragraph a day, you have a book, you know, in a couple months. And if you can do like a page a day, then you can have a book in a month. So anyways, a lot of people get stuck on this. And then there's the other thing where it's kind of like people have been like, oh, you shouldn't write books. Like, oh, really? It just trips me out when people do that. And it sticks with me because I'm just like, it's like beyond offensive. It's just so funny because people will tell you not to do something because actually they are afraid of doing it or they haven't done it, and it's just, you can just like see right through it, you know. But they are so adamant as to why you shouldn't do it. And there's some people that will be like, you shouldn't write what you don't know about, right? Like, how do you know what I know about, right? It's like, okay. And then one of the things that I do with my books is I just put everything in super fiction, creative writing, and because it's not necessarily fiction, it's like truth fiction, right? And to me, I learned that from Carlos Castaneda when he told me to put everything through super fiction. And anyways, it cracks me up because, you know, it's a way to, like, when you write in super fiction, it's like you can write whatever you want. You're just, people are like, what is she writing about? What is this? Right? So it gives you like a leeway and a license rather than publishing a dogmatic paper on blah, 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 blah with male academia that could ruin or make or break your career, right? I feel sorry for those people, right? They have to go through a certain amount of pressure, or it could break their career. I'm just not that kind of person. First, I'm an artist. Secondly, I don't really care what people say or think. It's my fucking book. Read it or don't read it. Who cares? If you're interested, then great. If not, great. I don't care. So, anyways, when people are just like, you shouldn't write, blah, 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 it's just like, wow. I could see all of their blocks. And it's so obvious. And, I'm not a very jealous person, but man, there are severely jealous people in this world. Jealous, envious, and manipulative. I'm not a very manipulative person either. It's like, why invest yourself in controlling other people? And it's very interesting because I have been controlled, or I've let people believe that they could control me just so not to fight. But man, really? You want to control an artist? How pathetic of you. How pathetic. But anyways, like the control, are they controlling you or are they helping you? And that's something I'm learning it. Like you learn it, but then if you fine tune that, And I'm really good at reading other people's intentions just intuitively. But for me, that's helped me a lot. And it's just so sad when you realize they don't want to help you. They just want to control you. And that's very pivotal in your career as an artist, as a musician, as a writer, as a human being. And then when you realize these people are trying to control you, it's because really, honestly, they're just out of control within themselves. So, people that know me, they know that I don't do abuse. I don't do abuse. Mental, physical, spiritual, or emotional. Especially emotional. I'm an emotional creature. Don't abuse me. But verbal abuse, it gets on that emotional abuse too, and that's I just shut that stuff down. It's like I was just talking to a friend the other day, and for some reason it's like everyone's doing it, and it's not necessarily like my favorite subject to talk about, but just like guys and girls need to get a clue. Like, don't abuse other people verbally. It's not good for you. It's not good for your organs. It's not good for your heart or your liver. And it's definitely not good for the other person either. And it creates a dissociation in your brain that creates a neurotoxin, and the neurotoxin attacks your heart. And then once your heart is all crushed, it destroys the rest of the organs, and it's really just to put you down and throw you under the bus. Like when people try to throw me under the bus, I'm just like, wow. I guess that's better, a little bit better than someone who just like talks behind your back, because at least they're like telling you that they don't like you in your face. I can respect that a little bit. But it's still abusive. And anyways, all of that toxic stuff. Writing books and stuff is really good in the way that you get it out. You get all of these things out. And I read another quote that says, if people didn't want you to talk bad about them, they shouldn't never been nasty to you. I go around, I respect a lot of people. I respect everyone. But if people are disrespectful to me, I'm at a point where I'm like, I don't know, I don't necessarily need them in my life. Like, why? Why? So, back to writing books. Getting rid of that feeling of insecurity or writer's block or whatever. Just like write one paragraph or one page a day, put it all together, throw it on Kindle, put it through, like do a self-publishing thing. like all this stuff about like, oh, am I gonna get a publisher and all this stuff, and then the publishers like deny you. And I was like, man, when CD Baby came out and I started making my own music and doing my, I was like, why do you even need someone's approval? It's ridiculous. They're gonna deny you anyways, just because that the nature of man is to be kind of abusive. And I guess that's why you study martial arts. You gotta shut these people down. Creativity should be honored on all levels in all schools. And when I go and teach at schools, this is what I teach them. Just do it. You don't need anyone's permission to be creative. And I didn't know that people actually needed permission. They do. And I was given permission by my family to be creative. So that's how I was creative. But then I learned some people didn't have that permission from their family, and that's really brutal. It's really brutal. I think I don't have children, but if I did, I'd be like, be creative. Just be responsible and be creative. Anyways, there's a lot of people that have great ideas, and they have a lot of knowledge, and they want to get their books out, and they never do. And then they die not getting it out. This is like, fool. People don't even care if you put it out or not. So that's why I'm going to put out hundreds of books. I'll probably, if it was up to me, I'd probably put out a book one every day, but one every 3 days. Why not? You're writing anyways, you know? You're writing texts and emails and all that stuff anyways. So then I think, and I have a lot of inventions that I'm working on, and the process of working with lawyers and money and all that stuff is so slow. And then like the poor man's patent, where you like mail off your own patent to your house. That's another thing that is it's okay, but I guess it doesn't hold up in court now. I don't know the logistics of it completely. I'm still studying it. But like, if you put a book out and you're like, this is my idea that I had, blah, 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 it goes into the public domain. So what? Everybody can do it. It makes life, you know, it makes life better for everybody. Why do you have to like hoard it, you know, to be a millionaire or a billionaire? Most millionaires and billionaires are so miserable anyways. It's like, why would I want to go down that funky road, you know? So I'm probably going to write hundreds of books if time will allow. And my suggestion to people that want to start writing books is just start and do it and put it online. Don't wait for a publisher. Write your book, put it online, and then get feedback. Just start. And that's one thing that I learned from my mentor, but I was kind of doing that anyways before. And it's true. You just start like a painting. Like people say, I don't know how to paint, but you just start doodling and you start throwing colors, and then like you just finish the canvas, and then you're like a freaking painter. But I do study all the classics, and that's just because I want to hold myself to a higher standard. Anyways, I'm just getting this out. I don't know if I'm even going to post this right now, because I've been kind of like a little bit quiet about everything that's going on with the pandemic and all the stuff that's going on with government and other things that I'm like, whoa, this for real 2020 is like a for real wake-up call. Very, very real wake-up call. Not because I even believe in this virus, but just because of what's going on. Politicians and stuff. Again, I don't want to talk about it, but that's one of the reasons why I shut everything down. So I don't even know if I'm going to put this vlog of the day online, man. It's just like, whoa! Keep everything on lockdown right now. But I'm a creative person, and I believe in creativity, and I believe in expression, and communication is a type of expression for me. And it's like, don't call it vlog of the day, call it therapy of the day. Because it does help me to talk about the things that I'm going through. And it's so beautiful. We live in such a beautiful time as well. We can't lose sight of that. And so I just think there's so much that I can say and so much that I can do. And right now I'm just doing it all in the books, and I'm writing the books just to keep it on that very kosher level for now, and then maybe flesh out the patents and the designs and the inventions and all the different things that I'm thinking about later, or let other people do it. You know, it might not happen in my lifetime, all the different things that I'm thinking, but at least those ideas will be out in public domain. They'll be out in books, and other people will be able to access them and regurgitate what I'm thinking. But anyways, that is vlog of the day. Okay, stay safe out there. Bye.